Hello everyone, my name is Cameron, aka the Fred Bro, and I've been posting on my shorts my top 5 songs from all the mainline Pokemon games, since I cannot really consider spin-offs because I have not really played all the spin-offs. But in this video, as you can probably see by the title, I'll be ranking my top 5 Pokemon generations in my opinion. And when it comes to ranking them, I would consider all the games in them, so that includes the remakes, and for Gen 8 and Gen 9, the Legends games. So, and before I get to my top 5, I will do a quick showing of the other 4 generations. But I would not go really in depth. I would just show a list of them. Then for the top 5, I actually will give you reasons. So, without any further ado, let's get into the video. So, my least 4 favorite of the Pokemon generations, starting from 9 and going to 6, are Gen 2, Gen 4, Gen 5, and Gen 8. And the main thing for Gen 2 for being the last is just the level curve. I'm not because technically it's Gen 4, but I was currently playing a playthrough of Heart Gold, and it literally I've been not really advanced going to the Elite Four just because of it's taking so long to level up my Pokemon to the correct levels to actually defeat the Elite Four. Gen 4, I'm just not really a big fan of it. And Gen 5, it's fun, but it has to be somewhere. And Gen 8, because is mainly for the reasons that people don't like, other people don't like it, but it's only just out of the top 5 because of its quality of life features. So, going on now to number 5, I actually almost completely forgot to mention this, but for Generation 8 as well. The main thing is I like Legends Arceus, but compared to Legends ZA, I think Legends ZA is the better game, and Generation 8 is definitely being held back down by BDSP. But let's actually get to number 5, which is for the least favorite of my most favorite Pokemon generations are Generation 1, which the main reason isn't any lower is because they had to start somewhere, and they started off pretty good. But understandably, because of it being the first, it has the least amount of Pokemon. There's plenty of quality of life features. They have, of course, not yet added to the series, but like I said, they had to start somewhere, and they're still pretty good. And you can't blame nostalgia, because look at this face. I was clearly not born when these games were released. So, the number 4 spot is Generation 6, which is actually the generation I started playing in, with Pokemon X being my first Pokemon game. Besides that, X and Y were pretty easy, and as much as I like ORAS, I do like the original games more. They have a charm to them, especially the music. Thankfully, Legends ZA came out and has righted some of the wrongs of X and Y, but it came out a little 12 years a little too late. And for that, I'm gonna have Generation 6 in my number 4 spot. So, now on to the top 3 with Generation 3. I have played the hell out of Pokemon Emerald and Fire Red, and with them being some of my favorite Pokemon games. But the main problem of figuring out the top 3 is that I love the remaining 3 generations. And as much as I love Generation 3, I do personally like the quality of life features that are added in the 2 remaining generations. Now, onto my second most favorite generation, which is actually the latest generation, Generation 9. I'm not sure if it's unpopular opinion. I personally love Pokemon Scarlet. It is one of my most favorite games on my Switch that I own. And I can't say about Pokemon Violet, which I know they're basically the same game, but blah blah blah. And with Legends ZA, it is an incredible game that I hope Game Freak takes elements from and puts it into the Generation 10 games. Hopefully, with the Generation 10 games being hopefully in the future my new number 1. But it's not out yet. So right now, my number 1 favorite Pokemon generation is Generation 7. And like what I said about Generation 1, I definitely have a lot of nostalgia when it comes to these games, with Ultra Sun being in my top 3 favorite video games of all time, and also some of the Sun and Moon anime being my favorite. And I know I have not mentioned the other anime, seasons of it, but the Sun and Moon anime and that seasons was such a big part of my childhood, especially Generation 7 and just the end of the 3DS era, beginning of the Switch era. And that will always firmly have, those are the reasons that I think Generation 7 will always be firmly my most favorite and the top. generation of Pokemon, in my opinion. And that was my top 5 Pokemon generations, in my opinion, but also including my 9, 8, 7, 6 least favorite Pokemon generations. And if you guys want to tell me your opinion, leave it in the comment section below. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see all you guys in the next video. Bye.